Hello and welcome to Samadhi. Today is Wednesday and it is May 23rd, 2018, and we are here today with the Daily Word with Michael.
Thank you everyone for joining us on this beautiful Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we look forward to bringing you the Daily Word. And remember to subscribe to get the latest and greatest from Samadhi and sign up for our classes. So, let's take a deep breath of presence, of awareness, of consciousness, of this moment. And let's exhale, and let's let everything melt away, everything just letting go. And just sitting in that space that we all share and we all come from, that infinite space. Take a deep breath in. And all of us, ready as one, in consciousness and awareness and presence, ready to receive. So as I was breathing, I know we all have moments of chaos, moments of, or what we assume to be chaos, but really it's serving its purpose. Moments of surprises that we're not expecting. And boy, did we have that yesterday. So it's just a little quick reminder for yesterday's word. If you go and watch yesterday's word, you'll see what I mean. But really to let everything go. Let everything go, because it's keeping you from realizing the truth within you. It all serves, but at the time that we're experiencing it, it can seem overwhelming. But when we remember the truth of who we are, to come back in within that space that we all share, that space of peace, that space of presence, that space of awareness, of isness. It is just, sometimes it just blows my mind to reflect how far we've come. But me as talking as from my world that I used to live in, is that, and I know we speak for both of ourselves, but speaking from my experience, I don't know what I'd do if I didn't know I could take a breath and let everything go. I don't know. I don't know where I'd be. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I know it wouldn't be good, and I know it wouldn't
be authentic.
Wouldn't be authentic. So just reflect, because thanks to an amazing student, Dave, he gifted us something, and we experienced it last night, and it's just beautiful to watch something that was made long ago, even reflecting on how it was made, and it really it opens your eyes to appreciate how much you have and how much you are. So with that being said, our mother is with us here in divine mental and spiritual presence and awareness. So let's take I already took a deep breath. Let's take a moment and just, we're ready for the daily word. The word for today is, and the word for yesterday, if you haven't seen it, please go back and watch it. The word for today is faith. Mom's favorite. Faith. And before I begin, remember that faith has its two polarities. So just like we can have faith that we can succeed and we are worthy, and we are able to do many things through the power of spirit. Actually, that goes with what we were watching. That gift from Dave Parrish. Thank you, Dave. Wonderful gift. With Operation Save the Earth, another gift to humanity. An amazing gift to humanity. The thing is that I desire to share is faith. Faith has its positive and negative poles. So if you have faith enough that you can't get out of what you're getting at, what you're in, you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you're not smart enough, then you're going to build that truth. Because we are all incredible, divine, full of potential masters. But it's, what are we mastering? That's the question. So, faith. I am faith in action. Think about that for a second. I am faith in action. My faith calls me to believe that divine spirit is expressing life and wisdom through me. I answer that call by opening wide the window of my soul and living life in the fullness of joy and faith. My thoughts are previews of the good that is possible. Listen to that. My thoughts are previews of the good that is possible. The thoughts are, the possibilities are infinite. In faith, I know the best is yet to be. My words are expressions of positivity. My words are expressions of authenticity. They set an expectation that encourages me and those around me to be contributors to the good, to the authentic that is unfolding. My actions demonstrate my faith at work through me, what I say and do. My invisible thoughts and prayers and meditations, as well as perceptible words and actions, confirm my faith that divine love is expressing through me. I am faith in action. This is in John 5:4. We're going to do something new here. I'm going to test something out right now. This is in 1 John 5:4. And in the Message, well, in the Daily Word it says, "For everyone born of God overcomes the world." Basically, that's everyone. Everything is born of God. So everything overcomes the world. This is the victory that has overcome the world, even our faith. So think about it. Everyone is born of God. There's nothing that's not born of God, of Spirit, of that Creator, that infiniteness. And if everything is born of that infiniteness, then it overcomes the world. Meaning that it is... Think about this for a moment, because this is what hit me as I read this scripture. They say that our probability to be alive right now is so monumentally, like, overwhelming, that the miracle that we are as a human being, forgetting everything else, as a molecular, collective human being, we're basically like the greatest miracle. We are the greatest miracle. We are something so complex that science has not even touched the surface of what we are and where we come from. So, in the Message, it says, oh, 1 John, I was going to John. 1 John 5:4. The power that brings the world to its knees is the subtitle. And I was just saying that they can't touch it. They can't. I mean, I've studied, different things, and one thing I realized is, before I read this, is as I read that subtitle, they call the majority of our DNA that is unidentifiable, that can't be quantified, it can't be explained. Over 97% of our DNA cannot be explained. And they got a word for that. They call it junk DNA. Now, why don't we flip the switch on that title of what we are? Because it's not junk DNA. Every single part of our being is intelligently and divinely designed. It is so surpasses the human psyche and the human intelligence that why don't we call it divine DNA or God DNA? Think about that for a moment. Because we still haven't even unlocked the greatest potential that is within us. Because even Jesus says, ye all can do greater things than I have in God's name. My mother, father, God's name. Now if you meditate on just that scripture alone, whenever the brain tells you you can't do something, or you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not intelligent enough, through God, through Spirit, through the Creator, through the Divine, there's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't be. So, the power that brings the world to its knees. Every God-begotten person conquers the world's ways. The conquering power that brings the world to its knees is our faith. The person who wins out over the world's ways is simply the one who believes Jesus is the Son of God. I'm going to go even a step further, because I can't wait to do this in Spanish too. But it's not just believes in Jesus, that Jesus is the Son of God, because where has that gotten us? Excuse me for rocking people's worlds or rocking people's, current perspectives and beliefs. But I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm just here to point out deeper truth. And what is that deeper truth? Are you guys ready? That deeper truth is believing in Jesus. Where's that going to get you? It's like believing in God. We can believe in God all day. But do we love God? Do we serve God? Do we love the creation that God gifted us? This human miracle. This beautiful world. This incredible design that cannot even be comprehended by science. This brain. God has gifted us so much, yet we're complaining about the small things. We're complaining about the insignificant things. And I am not one to just say, I sometimes fall on my face and complain about certain things. But that's the human side of us. When you tap into that spirit, even doctors will tell you they don't know which patient is going to make it, but they can tell you by their attitude what they can predict the outcome will be. A patient with an excellent attitude will usually have an excellent recovery. The patient with a poor attitude will usually have a poor recovery. So where's the common denominator? That's the attitude. And what is that equal to? The spirit. That's faith. Attitude is faith. We can say all day that we believe something. We can say all day that we love something. But our attitude really comes to the core of actions speak louder than words. And beyond actions, I read in Proverbs yesterday, it says God doesn't see our actions. God sees our motives. So you can do an action, but is your motive behind it? That's faith. So, like I said, I can't wait to do it in Spanish, because right here it says, the person who wins out over the world's ways is simply the one who believes Jesus is the Son of God. And how do we believe Jesus is the Son of God? When we believe the words that Jesus spoke and gave his life for, which is, ye all can do greater things than I have in my Father's mother God's name. And also that seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness, and all things shall be added unto thee. But where is the kingdom of heaven? The kingdom is within. Just like I said, faith has two sides. I'm going to say something in conclusion, and then Ali can share. Faith is like the kingdom within, but you choose which kingdom you want to experience. See, most people won't tell you this. The kingdom also has hell. The kingdom of heaven is within, but the kingdom of hell is also within. And trust me, I can tell you from personal experience, the kingdom of hell was within, and it paralyzed me. It consumed me. It created another identity in me that couldn't feel pain, couldn't feel anything, only felt misery, only felt anger, only felt powerlessness. But really, power but powerlessness inside. I was powerful in the physical. Nobody could knock me down. Nobody can put me to my knees. But in the inside, I was on my knees. Lost, confused, asleep to the truth of who I am and who you are. So the word for today is faith. Follow your heart, which is faith, inside. Want to share?
Another book, please. This one's a little touchy for me, and I sit here and I listen to Michael, and I feel my heart, and I feel for all of those that suffer from feeling unworthy. I feel for all the, I'm going to speak to the woman out there, not that I'm partial to you, but I'm going to speak to the women who sit in silence and have expectations only to find themselves battered over and over and over again. And sometimes we need to have faith that when we follow our heart, doesn't mean it's always going to be pretty. It doesn't mean that when you follow your heart, it's like a ticket out of never suffering or hurting, because that's our choice. And my favorite part, or the one that touched my heart the most, the actions. The actions demonstrate my faith at work through me, what I say and do. And Michael just ended it with that by saying, you can do something, but what's the intention behind it? And that's very important to me, because I'm the kind of person that feels every little thing, and I can sense when someone can speak to me in a certain way, but there's something behind there, either pain or suffering, but they don't want to speak about it. And that's okay. Not everybody has to voice it. Just know that you have your own inner voice, and you listen to you. You listen to you, and know that you can maybe cheat everybody out here, and you can put up a front and put on a happy face. You can't cheat yourself. So love yourself and demonstrate your faith through what you say and do. And my love for Source is unconditional. My love for my family is beyond anything I could ever express. For the longest time, I had felt alone because of the choices that I've made of following my heart and dedicating my life to meditation, to Source, to the work that Michael and I do together. No matter what came towards me, I never ever give up. And it seemed for a while that I would lose my family in the process, but little by little I feel them coming back at their own time, realizing that I am still that same essence. I still am that loving person, and maybe I've made mistakes that I can call lessons, but it doesn't take away the intention that's always been in my heart, and that's to serve Source and to love those around me without any strings, unconditionally. And so my faith has now been seen in the physical. So everything that I say and do, I do it mostly to please and to serve Source. And any of you out there that need our help, like Michael said, subscribe, watch our videos.
Please.
More than anything.
And sign up for our classes.
More than anything, take care of yourself, love yourself, and listen to that heart. Even if sometimes you don't want to hear it, listen to that heart. That's what I gotta say.
Thank you, Alice. And I am faith in action.
Today's word, faith. I am faith in action. So keep moving. That means I'm not faith sitting down. I'm faith in action.
And also
keep
that says,
moving.
if we are faith in actions, then see what your actions are resulting in. Because if your results are not what you desire, then flip just a little twitch, just a little switch, just a tiny little
adjustment.
Adjustment, thank you. Just a tiny little transformation makes huge results, huge transformational results. So,
and I want to do one thing. I want to thank Michael because boy does this man have faith. To take on so much is not easy. Like we said before, you don't see the behind the scenes, and I know that it's not easy for Michael to take on a lot of the responsibility. Remember, with great awareness, with the more that you are practicing and doing, more responsibility comes. And I'm very thankful for his faith, because his faith united in my faith has really brought our families so much closer together. And I thank you for that, Michael.
You're welcome. Thank you to Spirit. And Spirit knows I will never stop. No matter what comes at me, no matter what overwhelms, Spirit knows I'm in it for win it. I'm in it to, what do you say?
I'm in it to win.
I'm in it to win it. Not to win it. I'm in it to bring it. Because there's no win or lose. Because
I'm in it to be it.
I'm in it to be it.
That's it. Just be it.
So,
That's the
until this body that you see stops breathing, I'll be here. So, practice. Remember, without actions, your faith is fruitless. It says in the Bible, without acts, faith is dead. So, start applying. And if you have, congratulations. But we can give all the advice, and anybody can give all the advice and all the counsel in the world. Without actions, you're just filling your head full of knowledge, which is just feeding the ego. Its hunger is so immense that it'll never satisfy its hunger. Your soul is the one that satisfies that hunger. It fulfills that desire because it is the essence of your nature. So, practice, practice, practice. Sign up for our classes. Sign up for our classes. Sign up for our classes. Subscribe to the videos. Subscribe to the channel, to Samadhi channel. And get the latest and greatest from Samadhi, which is the ambassador of Spirit. That's what we're here for. We're here to remind you of who you are. Thank you, everyone. Blessings. And I hope you like the background. Namaste.